7 on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Shotgun down for Wentz. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Keep it up. Kill.
Now Wentz. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
An Eagle first down there. Wentz to Ertz, and the names that end in TZ. To throw, it's Wentz. Going to look deep for Jeffrey. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd and 10, Wentz, and that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Wentz to throw again. It's caught by Jackson. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the...
He's got a man, complete. It's a big play there for the Lions. 43 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum? Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing is Wentz. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. Past the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Go.
Working from the gun. Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Throwing now is Wentz. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense. Just flooded the field with defensive backs. Blanketed everyone. Took away all the passing angles. Thus, the incompletion.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological?
And that's going to be intercepted. Malcolm Jenkins, the Pro Bowler. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now it's Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. So after the INT, here's Wentz. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Wentz on the give to Sanders, and he's taken down inside the 30.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick, make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
Now Wentz on the bootleg. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On play action, Wentz. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And across the midfield, stripe into Eagle territory.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
From the gun on third down, Stafford. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go. Black, come on. You ready?
Wentz going to try and throw on third. And that's complete to Jeffrey. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Check 13. Check 13. 5-7.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Here we go. Check. 40's mine. 40's a mine. 40's a mine.
You must be dreaming.
A final shot before half for Wentz. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score.
Let's go, folks.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, 22.
This thrown quickly out to Jones. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Let's go, baby.
That one a first down pickup of 8. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Come on, boy. Hey, you better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. That's complete to his receiver, Kane. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Play action, Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is caught inside the 5. It's a gain of 35.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
That one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. 2nd down and goal. Stafford, and that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hockenson, but now it's 3rd and goal.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Deon Cain, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions have taken the lead. Prater on to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Lions.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here. and start matching them point for point, but it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Play action. Now Wentz. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
Single.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. That's caught by Jackson. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. Here's Cameron Johnston now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Check 53. Let's go, back. Hey, alert! Get that ball. Check.
On first and 10, Stafford.
What we got?
And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10.
I don't even know why this team showed up. You go take it. You got to take it. Hey, exit. Watch safety creep. 32. Safety's creeping. 59. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Kill. SOS.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
Watch the whip.
No gain on the play. And it brings up third down.
Yeah, baby.
Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4.
Let's see what you got. Mike, 53. Mike. Get ready. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53.
And the blitz does come. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Detroit. Deon Cain, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point, hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And it's now 21-7. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Check 25. Switch.
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. It's caught by Aguilar. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. On 1st down, Wentz. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
61, match box, right.
Again, it's Wentz. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now Sanders, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Golladay, 89 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 5.
Check Mike 40. Check Mike 40. 5-9.
Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devon Kennard. Drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14.
Go, Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, it's coming up. Hey, 82.
Wentz to throw for it on 4th. Flushed out right. And Jeffrey's got it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. On second and very short, Wentz. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
Let's get this all day.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Waiting.
Mike. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come.
11.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Watch the slant.
After the interception, here's Stafford. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. 39 yards there, a big one. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Lions, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.